Hello and welcome back to Shulchan HaRav. We continue in Hilchos Netilas Yadaim, Siman Kuf Nun Test, and we pick it up with Sif Test Sign. We're talking about where it's also permitted to immerse hands instead of just washing them. So if a person was drawing water from a river into a bucket, and in Hadli Nokuv, and the bucket has a hole in it, on the bottom, Kikenis Mashka, that allows water to come in. And while somebody is he's pouring water into this channel from the opening of the bucket, from the top part of the bucket, and so water's dripping into the bucket is dripping water out of this hole into the river at the same time. So now if he's washing his hands in the channel, the conduit, the part that's going down, while someone is pouring water into it, it's considered as if he's dipping his hands into the river, because the flow of water from the bottom of the bucket connects to the water from the bucket to the water of the river. And the flow of the water from the bucket to the channel is connecting the water to the between the bucket and the river. So now the water in the bucket or in this channel, the pipe that's connecting down is like connected to the river. Even though this kind of situation, the conduit, that's feeding into the river, is not considered connected to the extent that someone could table here his entire body. And even the flow of water at the bottom of the bucket, it's not really connected. But symptom is just like a drip. It's just large enough to let water in, but it's not like flowing water. It's like dripping one drip at a time. Nevertheless, in the case of washing one's hands, we're that even with a tiny little amount that's dripping, it's considered connected. Therefore, if you're traveling in the ocean on a boat, and you can't reach the water of the ocean to dip your hands in for washing, get a vessel, a container that's got a hole that's large enough to let water in, and draw water from the ocean, and then you can dip your hands in the bucket, because now the water is like connected to the ocean, because it's dripping out into the ocean from the bucket through that hole. However, if it's easier to actually dip your hands straight into the ocean, you shouldn't do this thing with the bucket, because there are those that argue, they say that this kind of through the flow, that it's just a drip like this, is not considered enough of a connection for washing, just like it's not enough for one to toil his entire body in the bucket there when it's just dripping. Even though the halacha really goes like the first opinion, nevertheless, if it's possible, if it's better to be good than don't be bad, meaning if you could go like the opinion that's more machmir, that's better. It's not possible, however, to take a vessel that has no hole and wash from there b'derech netila, by washing, as not by dipping, by washing, because the water in the sea, you can't draw it out and wash from the water of the sea, because it's not potable water. It's not drinkable, and therefore it's not usable for washing. It's only usable in this dunking, immersing way, like we were saying. And this will be explained further in Siman Kuf Samach. Have a great day.